And welcome. Hi, I am Sun Psychic Jean. Please welcome my very special guest, Kevin, the healing medium. Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm well, Gene. Nice to see you. It's always a pleasure. Happy New Year. I haven't seen you this year, so Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, and
Mhm.
everybody in the chat. There are so many people here already. Carol Lamb, Jans Free, Natalie Noya, Lauren, Akiba, Lark. Hi, everybody. So nice to see you. Emerald
So great.
Buddha and Purette. Wow. Lena. Sharon Sipe, thank you very much for everything you do. And Cat Mama Meow. Oh my gosh, there. Oh, how lovely. Lena already put, okay. Lena, I see your message there, Lena. Good for you. I'm glad I put that in there. And Kevin and I will be doing mediumship readings for your loved ones who have transitioned. If you would kindly just mention their name and the relation to you. I need the relation. It's a little bit easier for both of us if we have the name. Um, and if you have a pet on the other side, similar, just the name of your pet and what type of pet it would be best for me. Also, if you
Perfect.
would like messages from your spirit guides, we would ask
Mm.
you to have a little more of a specific message, like concerning what would you want to know from your spirit guides.
Mhm. I love that. Thanks for that, Gene. It's just so helpful that we can get through as many as we can when we have a little bit more of a focus. I'll speak for myself in that it just helps to really get to where we need to go in that. So it's so helpful. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So
Mhm.
let's get started. And I have Lena here. And thank you for your question, Lena. Um, oh, this is her first time for a reading with Kevin. Oh, how
Oh,
sweet.
nice. Nice to
Please,
see you, Lena.
any message from her son who passed in 2020. His name was Shaquille.
Mm.
And you can jump in first, Kevin, whenever you are ready.
Sure. Yeah. It's interesting. When I was reading the question, I was instantly corrected around the was and the is. So,
Right.
in that energy, it still remains. So, that's a really quick connection, knowing that we are in this connection and the communication is there. It comes in through the perspective of me just loving my mother so much. That's how I can really relate to this. And so I know the love that he has for you is still there. And so I'm so sorry for your loss. The loss of a child is something that in this Earth school, I can't wrap my head around. I'm not a parent, but it looks like, as far as the grief and the emotion that goes around the loss of a child is like no other. And so my heart really opens for you in that, Lena. And yeah, it just feels really clear that the communication is still there. And so I know that you would be active in the conversations and know that he is hearing you in that. So yes, the physicality part of it has changed, but everything else remains. So in that, I'm really focused on that mother and son bond. And in it, I'm aware of the month of May being significant, the month of May being highlighted. So that can be for spirit or for someone on the earth plane, but you would understand the month of May being significant. Gemini is actually what I'm hearing. So interesting. I heard to pull a card. Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, do you want me to keep going, Gene?
Yes, go
Yeah,
ahead.
perfect. I feel like he just really wants to give you all the information, and so I feel like the signs are important to you and you would connect that with him. The number 7 is something that I'm being shown. It could be the month of July, but also the sign of number 7. And I pulled the receive card. And just in that, he just really wants you to be in the receive of the love that you have. So when we are in the language of it, using words of past tense, they correct us because that energy for them is still remaining. It's the same for them. So they invite us to be in that same. And he's telling you, okay, so message. Like the limitless possibilities. So for you in your life where you're at, just allowing the possibilities, the potential, the joy to come in. So there's still some more stuff on your bucket list, and he's encouraging you to really just step in that. And I feel like there's an acknowledgement of a sister, contemporary female to him that he's acknowledging as well. But so much love for you, Lena. So much love.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. That was
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. So, Lena, I do believe that I read Shaquille before, and similar to when Kevin mentioned your past tense of his name is, and he just wants you to know that he is with you. He is in your heart. He is comforting you. He is watching over you and protecting you. He is a very good son and is very attentive to his mama. He is just He's just so concerned about your heart and your heartache. He wants to take this away from you, and he wants you to have a little bit of comfort in knowing that he is really very well right now. He is in his he's in his joy. He is in his light. He is protected and with others that are just pure unconditional love surrounding all around him. And he wants to come to you glowing and showing that he's almost like smiling with this glow all around him, that he is absolutely pristine and very, very happy with this unconditional love energy. And he's coming to you and he's asking for you to allow him to help to soothe your heart. Help to soothe your heart. He doesn't want you to carry this heavy burden of him passing. He understands the process of grieving, but he also wants you to find the levity, find the lightness, find what was funny, or a beautiful memory of his, or a song that reminds you of him, or the baby pictures of when he was a toddler acting goofy. He just wants you to have some levity in between there, and he just really wants to help your heart heal.
So
He's
good.
Yeah, he's a very good son. He's very, very protective of his mama. So
Good communicator. And also just the recent birthday. So recent birthday, I think the January. I'm seeing the birthday cake with candles. And then also if we could just put out the request in the chat when you have a question and we're answering, if you could just be in the participation of letting us know if you understand the information or you don't. Either is really helpful. It just allows us to be a little further into that connection with that validation participation.
yes,
So
thank you
thank
for
you.
reminding us of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you would just give us a little bit of feedback as we're reading and after we're reading is very important. Just a confirmation. We understand that sometimes this is very emotional and you can
Yeah.
barely even breathe, let alone type. We understand. We
Yeah.
understand that so if you could, that'd be great. Aw. Okay, so I see. Thank you very much, Lena, for your question.
hmm
So Hildy is here. Hi, Hildy. May I have a message from my spirit guide about my son's artistic future as a painter? Wow.
Don't you love the themes too? And I know that you were saying, Jean, how you will allow kind of spirit to guide you in the questioning and how they will piggyback in the energy of yet another mother and son. I always
Yes.
do that. I love it. So
Yes.
good. Um, yeah.
You're welcome, Lena. I could tell she was probably speechless. She
Ah,
could barely type. She just said thank you.
ah.
Yeah.
Bless you, Lena. Thank you for being here. Um,
So, Hildy, right away, I'm getting that this is a prime time for manifestation and creativity. There's a lot of creative energies on the earth plane right now, and the individual, unique offering and that we can all contribute as um, it is ringing true with your son fulfilling his natural ability as an artist. And it not only that, but it fulfills his soul's desire. So him being happy, him following his bliss, and will gravitate, will generate energy, the positive energy around what he would love to do. Um, I do see him doing like art shows and exhibiting in art shows, like outside fairs, almost like in a tent, and showing his wares or his pieces, his creations. It's it's very rustic and very I don't know how to explain it. I'm kind of feeling like he's in like a warehouse or a garage, and there's just art supplies everywhere. Um, and he's very expressive, and it's really very beautiful. It's really very beautiful. Um, so this is what I'm getting at. What are you getting, Kevin?
Well, it's interesting, Gene, that you started with the manifesting, and that's the first card that I pulled. And so, just in that energy of the male, there just manifesting miracles. And what I heard immediately in after I read the question was the confidence. I pulled the truth be told card, which is really there's two things standing out. One about his confidence and just him standing in his truth in that. Way of asserting himself. So I feel like his participation in what he's creating, he's really stepping into it. And I heard that there is a connection with the animals. So I don't know if he paints the animals or calling in the animals as a way of, they're saying, the knowledge and the wisdom. So really just bringing in that energy. It's like, it's so great. I see him on this island of his own, and not like in a really great way, in that he is really good. It's like he stands on the island in his own because he is so unique within what he's creating. I think he's going to be very successful in it. I get nothing but positivity around it. Um, yeah, it feels really good.
Yeah, he
Feels
already
really.
has everything he needs in order to
Mm,
succeed, and opportunities will present to him.
yeah,
Wow, very nice, very nice.
so
I do
good.
also see him having the opportunity for art school and education and training, which will only enhance his individuality. It will not hinder or curb him in any way. He has a natural talent where he needs no instruction, but sometimes just having a little bit of structure around it will help him to facilitate what he needs.
Hmm.
So don't be afraid of the education, but also obviously, I think they all encourage the individuality and the uniqueness with your skills. So Hildy, if you can just let us know if any of that makes sense to you, and that would be great. I don't see any response.
Nothing yet. I just want to say hi to Scott Scorpio in the house, and Kelly Dozen Cats. Nice to see you, other readers. So
Hi.
wonderful.
Yes. Hi, Kelly.
Hmm.
Hey, Scott. I didn't see Scott. You.
I think he was at the very beginning, unless I am telepathically. Who knows? I think so. Maybe
Very
I'm not.
good. Very
I
good.
can
Okay.
feel his
So
energy, so maybe he's lurking.
that's funny. That's funny. So we have Jem. Hi, Jem. Thanks for your question. And she says, any message from my mom, Alberta, recently passed. And she was wondering if it may be too early. So, Jem, just stand by and be ready to let us know. Oh, Scott Scorpio is here. Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Hi, Scott. And
Nice to
Ivana
see you.
Intuitive is here.
Aw,
False Teeth Real Tarot is here.
aw, so kind. All right, Alberta. Um, I don't know why I said that with an accent. Is there another language? uh, language. Um, um, Jem, let me know if you understand this information, but instantly I was made aware of the color pink. So maybe the connection with the with Cancer. Also, the S name, it does feel female in connection, can be in spirit or on the earth plane. Also, another female contemporary to you being acknowledged, so might be sister. Um, yeah, I did hear another language. It was like I was speaking an accent or I was hearing it in accent. Also, the month of November being highlighted. Had a bit of a choke or difficulty in my breathing. Um, More about where we, oh, yes. Oh, so beautiful. And it's never too early to be in the communication with spirit. In my experience, sometimes it's the day of, and sometimes it's, 20 years later. And so in that, it's often just so much more about where we are at in that. So in your mom's nurture and care that she comes through with, it's yes, there I want to be in communication. It's not too early is what I feel. So yeah, and I keep seeing like someone doing pirouettes, like just dancing. It's like a freestyle. There's this lightness about it, and it's yeah, it just feels really good back in my body and in that full motion. Specifically with the dance. Yeah. And she's protecting you. So I feel like there's some things that you have been coming up against that she's this extra layer of protection for you. So really just, yeah, really here for you. Wow. And yeah.
Thank you, Kevin. That was really
Mm-hmm.
very sweet. So, Jem, I was picking up Alberta. First thing she showed me was that she was next to a large body of water, and the being there, she was. I could feel like the wind. So, whether it would be a beach or a lake, I'm not really sure. But there's a windy area by a large body of water. I'm not sure if this was one of her favorite places, but she's showing me the wind in her hair. And she's also letting you know that she is fine. She made it across and she is with loved ones. She is okay. She wants to thank you for all of the nursing, all of the attention, all of the care that you did show her and give to her towards the end of her time here in this world. She wants to let you know that her heart is still with you. Her heart is with your heart. This will never separate.
Mm.
She said that she is right beside you and loves you dearly. She is fine and she is with loved ones. She just wants you to know that the concern with her while she was passing, you just want to make sure that she is okay and on the other side is what she's letting me know. She's saying that she is going through a transition where she is able to sort of give you signs and messages close to the time that she passed, and but always will be with you in your heart. She is watching over you. She is watching over the family, and she is just filled with joy. Her eyes are welling up with tears, just filled with joy, and her it's like I could feel the heart expand and the eyes well up with tears, that she is just so proud and so um, just sending so much love to you. Very,
Mm.
very, very nice mama. So many mamas today, right? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It
So
was
Jem,
interesting
oh,
that you said the heart, Jean. After I had wrote the pink and the Cancer, it was the heart, and that's just that loving and the care around it. And you said about the signs, I already feel like the fours are significant. So watch for the fours specifically from mom coming in. Good communicator, like great communicator. Mm.
yeah, it was really, really very nice. And she just we are so concerned about them and their well-being, and they're
Mm.
just very much concerned about us and our well-being. She just said, good to hear that I am protected.
Aw.
Thank you, Jem. Just looking to see if there's any
I think
other.
she had said some stuff. She understood everything, but yeah.
Mom passed last Saturday. She was 101. Wow, she
Wow.
was my rock. I am happy for her. No cancer. My last name is Stefan, and November is her birthday. She was on oxygen.
Mm,
Well, bless her heart.
yeah.
101. Boy,
Wow.
wow. Okay, thank you, Viviani. She reposted it. I appreciate that. I know it's hard to go back up there. She said, thank you so much for very nice mama. The number 4. Yeah. She
Yeah,
just
watch
thanked
for
me.
the fours. So in the repetition of the fours, Gem, one of the they sometimes like put signatures, and not to say it can't come from other loved ones, but
Yeah.
yeah, something about the four. Watch for the fours.
Thank you very much, Jem. I really appreciate your
Hmm.
question and for allowing us to read for Alberta. She was so sweet, very, very sweet.
Hmm.
So Carla is here. Hi, Carla. Thanks for coming. Any message from my
Uh,
daughter Melissa on the other side? Sure. So sorry for your
mhm.
loss, Carla. Melissa.
I instantly heard the name David. Who's David? Melissa. David. A message from my daughter.
So I'm just getting that I see that you are very young looking, but I feel as though she may have been, I'm not sure, but I see her as a young female, as like a maybe in her 20s. And she just, I feel as though there was a health struggle throughout her life, and a touch and go that you were kind of battling and watching a condition of hers. And you and her kind of connected as individual souls, or two souls, like best friends almost. Like you really, it was a mother daughter for sure, but because of her illness and because of her struggle, you really bonded with her on a different level. And she said she wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. That the openness and the honesty and the way that you shared your feelings in your heart, and that she was able to be your best friend, not only just your daughter, but to be your best friend. She said she wouldn't trade this for anything in the world. She said you treated her like that, like she wasn't sick or she wasn't ill at all. And if this is not the case, she just is still saying that you were very open with her, and that you were very much best friends. She said she will always be your best friend. Um, and she is saying, tell me, Melissa, what do you want to say to your mom?
Mm.
She is saying that she's watching over you. She is safe. She is very safe. She is in a uh, um, almost like a magical wonderland. She's
Mm,
showing me lots of like clouds, lots of rainbows, lots of like unicorns, and just really beautiful, lovely, angelic type of surroundings for her. And she said she is surrounded by unconditional love and lots of light. And she just wants you to know that she is very well taken care of, and she is able to watch over you.
mhm.
She says that she sees you talking to her picture, and she says this is something that she loves. She loves. She feels like she connects with you, and she says that you. She does hear all of your thoughts. She hears your thoughts, and she wants you to continue talking to her. And she is working on helping getting ways to communicate back to you, signs and symbols and synchronicities. She's working on learning how to do these things, and she wants you to know she hears your thoughts and she hears what you say to her picture, and she's saying you are connecting with her and she does hear you.
So beautiful. Um, She takes me back to I think it was in the last reading with the dancer and just being in the body again. And perhaps that was for both of you to hear that. I'm like just free from the illness. So just like stepping out of the body was such a relief in that. And yes, there's always the hard part of the people that we leave. And in it, the importance of just continuing the relationship. And so the depth of that mother and daughter, it's like Jean was touching on it, where it's like it just felt like such a closeness, and there was an understanding. She makes me feel like you understood her for more than some of the humanness, and I don't exactly know what that means, but maybe you understand that. The D name male was highlighted. She was showing me the yellow flowers, and I see them as tulips, but definitely the yellow flowers. And then out in that kind of garden, she brought my attention to the month of March, and then around the St. Patrick's Day. So the four-leaf clover felt like a significant mention, as well as the energy of the amethyst. I don't know if you just got an amethyst, you've been thinking about it, but bring in the energy of the amethyst just feels really supportive. And then it was so great. It was like, as I was feeling into her energy, just the curiosity that she had for life and beyond. And so in the conversations that she's taking me back to, she wants to, like Jean was saying, she wants you to continue those types of conversations. So yes, I'm no longer here in the physicality, but I'm still able to be in that communication. So there's such invitation for you. And then it's interesting that she also she says she took care of you. And so in that, she wants to be that support for you, and know that when you need to, mom, ask for help, allow that assistance to come in. So what a beautiful energy she is. So what a privilege to read for her. That's her birthstone. So perfect, you know, so perfect, Carla. And I'm so sorry for your loss. Yeah.
Yeah, she really loved that openness,
Mm,
that you and she loved how close she got to you and how much you stepped out of the mom role and just said,
mm,
"Okay, it's you and me together." Like there's no, it's very, very, very beautiful, and you understood the the time that you had left together.
mm,
Wow, she is very, very beautiful. And I love that she showed me like the pink clouds and the fluffy and the rainbows and the unicorns. Like she's just in such a beautiful, loving, fluffy, high
mm,
vibrational place, and just surrounded by and this is her like creation. Like this is her creation, what she is, just really high vibrational and very bubbly. Beautiful, beautiful energy, Carla. So thank you very much for letting us read for her,
mhm.
you and Melissa. Very sweet, very sweet. And Lisa is here. Hi, Spirit Intuitive Tarot. Nice to see you.
Hi, friend.
Ooh, yeah,
Mm,
yeah. There, that some of them are a little more deep and than Oof. Okay, so I see Adriana is here. Hi, Adriana. My 4-year-old son has been coming to me saying he's scared of no one. My
Mm.
son said no one is a big boy. Is this his imagination or a spirit? So is he saying, "Who are you?" And then somebody is saying back to him, "I'm no one." That's what I heard. So
Interesting.
maybe that's why he says no one.
Mm.
He's asking, and they're saying no one. So let's see.
I'm being prompted to share this, Adriana. Yesterday, um, what do I want to say? I'm just being mindful of the people involved. So yesterday in a group that I'm a part of, I posted a picture of my 4-year-old self.
Oh,
And so Spirit was taking me to that. So in it, um, I can feel it in my body that it is spirit communication. So just within his sensitivity and his ability, the curiosity, they don't have all the parameters put on it, so their openness to it, their channel, their connection is just so clear and unobstructed. So I can feel it that it is his communication. And so what's really helpful is that we normalize it. So just being open, and sometimes we don't have the full understanding, but just in the support is really, really helpful with the young ones who are so aware. And so in that, conversation is really, really good, coming from parents. So yeah, yeah, I don't need to pull anything on that. I can feel it.
so would you agree if he would ask this no one big boy to not bother him when he's trying to sleep at night, and not
Mhm.
to, that this is his space and that he's not invited to come in? Give him some power that he can control when and when or when not this person or this no one big boy would come in to play with him. It seems to me like there is a child spirit or a young spirit that is just hanging around and attracted to his um, innocence or his likeness of himself. Like if this was a young boy and he's recognizing himself, just wants to play with another young boy. Um, but I would definitely teach him that if this big boy comes by again, just let them know that you are not welcome here. I don't want you here, and I don't want you here unless I ask for you here. Like you're not to
Mhm.
ever come back, and nobody is to ever come back. And to give him this really empowering kind of information, and just let him know that it happens to many different people, that this is
Mhm.
what we do when this happens to, like, not to single him out or to be mm, have any fear around it. Just
Mhm.
act as if it is a casual manner. I don't feel any danger or any
Mhm.
negativity or any I just feel as though it's an innocent interaction with a spirit and a young boy. I also don't know if this is something that will continue when your son does grow up. Sometimes they do grow out of it past the age of 7 or 8. But during these years when they can express, they do see and feel and sense a lot more. So
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, the underlying is that I don't feel fear around it, which is really, I mean, it's great, but still there's boundaries that can be there. So it's no different in the physical. If a friend came and knocked on the door at 10 o'clock at night, it's like, we have to put boundaries there. So your participation in it is really helpful as well. And that's just it. It lessens the fear around it so that we don't have to be in that scared. And yeah, we are in control of it. So
Yeah,
mhm.
and, just to clarify, it's not his imagination, but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it can be startling because we're not really used to it, but, I know my nephew has, said some things that predicted the future, but he's sort of growing out of it now. Like he was saying it more when he was younger, but he doesn't say very much now. And sometimes this happens, and sometimes he continues with this ability throughout his life. But just so you know, that is a possibility. But thank you for trusting us with this question, Adriana. Um, and all the best to you and your son.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hi, Kevin's loving vibrations. Nice
Kevin,
to see you
loving
too.
vibrations. He's on my channel. Woo woo.
So
Very
good.
good. Very good. And hi, Dawn is here, and Bora Bora is here. Jackie is here. Hi, Jackie. And Scott, sweet and salty. I see all of you. Okay, I see Herbert family. Thank you very much for the caps and the emojis, everyone. That really does help a lot. So please do post your questions in caps, use emojis. Yes, absolutely, Scott. I don't know why I didn't do that before. And so I think it's Hebert family. I think it's a
Okay.
French name. I think I remember reading for them once. Can I have a message for my father? His name is Lionel. And yeah, you should have it now, Scott. I don't know how long it takes.
Are you making moderators?
I know. I'm multitasking.
It's perfect.
Lionel from
Hebert family, are you here? Just let us know that you're here. Please. I remember a figure skater named Jose Hebert, and it was so funny because I heard the J name, female, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, they're here. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
He's showing me a dog, a red dog. I'm not sure what the breed is, but that's the first thing that's coming through. Like his man's best friend, like he's with his dog, maybe like a caramel colored dog, not necessarily red, but like a caramel or I do see somebody wearing like a cap with those ear flaps over top. Those kind of ear flaps. And he's very strong man, and he's wearing like a flannel outer coat, and he's outside where he could see his breath, and he's outside in where you can see trees for miles. He loves to be in the outdoors, and he loves to be I just see him outside bundled up with a dog, and I can see his breath outside, and he's just saying that he really enjoyed his experience here on this earth plane. He didn't say that. I'm saying that because I don't like saying lifetime. He's saying he liked his experience here. And he's saying that he's sending love to the family, and he's showing me his house now. He's turning around and showing me the house, and he's showing me how warm it was inside the house where the fire was and all the family is. He really loved the house, home, family. He really loved the simple things in life. He really had his priorities in order, and he was a very proud man, very ethical man, had a lot of integrity and a lot of honor. He's very respectful to me, and he's just showing me this is my heart, he's saying, which is in his home. And I see like the fire burning, and you could smell the fire coming out of the house, and the kids or the family or the mom is cooking, but it's like that's his heart. And he's just letting you know how much he adored his life and his family and his home. And he is still watching over the family. And I think you're his, there's a female with him.
Mm,
I'm not sure if it's a sister or a spouse, but he's showing me that he's there with other family members on the other side. And he's saying that it's very beautiful here too. He's saying that there's many, he's just saying that the options are endless. And he's saying you are rewarded for hard work. You are rewarded for integrity. You are rewarded for um, showing love and compassion. He's saying that these things that he expressed in this lifetime has benefited him and in his awareness on the other side. And he was able to see this when he did pass and go through his life review, and how much love and joy and how much difference he made in other people's lives. He said this it doesn't seem like it matters when we're here, but he said it matters. It matters very much on the other side. And he's just encouraging you um, to do the best you can each and every day. That's all we can ask.
mm.
All right, very good. Sorry, I went pretty
Oh,
far
it's
there.
beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, go with the flow. Adrian, oh no, that was the last one. Eber family. I was aware of the other female. I did hear the J name around that in connection to that, and I did write that down about just his place in the family. Just felt like, oh, just everybody felt him in that family. Family was very important to me. October being highlighted, I heard one of three. So I'm curious who the one of three is. When you were describing the house and he was like looking at his house, I thought it was the address on the house. So maybe it is. That would be great. But I saw 1973. I saw the
Oh,
numbers 1973. So there was something about going back to that time. I got a bit dizzy in my head, so I don't know if that was cognitively just that, but attention to my head. Um, and it was a couple of random things, which are just so wonderful sometimes in that they seem random, but he mentioned the parking ticket. So someone got the parking ticket, and then the rainbows felt like a sign that is connected to him, and that it's like you see him in the visitations, know that that is him. So whether it's through the dream or in your awake, that you're having these visitations, and into the message, he just really wants you. And I think this is where Jean was going at the end, if I remember, because I was just in the love of it, is the energy of being in the moment. So just to be in that embrace of this very moment is where he is guiding and encouraging you. And that feels extended to other family to be in this moment. So lots of love from your dad.
it's
Yeah.
still a guide for you on the other side, and seemed to be the patriarch of the family and very
Yeah.
well loved by everyone who knew him. But it's continuous and it's ongoing. She
Yeah.
said, "Yes, that's my dad. We had a big house
Oh,
with 10 kids to love. His love was equal to all of us. His little dog Chico, my mom passed and two sisters
yeah.
passed.
Hmm. Yeah. So much
What a good man.
love.
He was very kind to me and very proper and very respectful. Very
Hmm.
respectful. Very,
Yeah.
it's just lovely. I can feel his personality. I can feel his heart. I can feel him. He was so generous to let me feel what he loved, what was, most important to him in his life. And yeah, it was a very beautiful reading. Very much, very lovely. Wow. Thank you for validating that. Because when he turned around and said, "That's the house with my,
Mm.
all the family in there," I was like, "I'm going on a limb, but I'm gonna do it. Who's got to show me a house?" You're
Totally.
welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh my gosh. Okay. Woo. Okay. He's lovely. I just want to stay with him.
Right? That's so true.
I really, really do. How lovely. These Beautiful souls. Thank you very much for trusting us and allowing us to read for your beautiful families, for your loved ones who are so precious to you. It really means a lot. I can feel how important it is. All right. Um, Jackie says, do you have a message from my hubby Mick, who passed in 2020? Hi, Jackie.
Hi,
Sure, let's
Jackie.
see. Let's see if we can connect with Mick. I love that name.
Mm-hmm.
So Kevin, if you have something, if you don't mind going first, because I kind of, yeah, need a little.
No problem. Interesting. Hmm. And then message. Hmm. The dreams again. Okay, Jackie, what's coming through is first of all, I just heard music playing. So I feel like as I'm listening to that music, it's like he's recognizing your song. So there's something where it's like, I thought it was just going to be that mention, but then it's like another layer of, um, it almost feels like the song came on. It's like, so I don't know if you're in the car and the music just comes on and it's your song, but it's almost like, no, like you didn't even turn on the radio when the song came on. I can't make sense of it, but it's just this feeling of your song and how it kind of turns on just seems really curious. That's what I'm getting around it. And so in that, I did actually feel a bit of a shortness in my breath. I was aware of the month of October being highlighted. I did hear the boys. There's mention of the boys, and I don't know if one of your terms of endearment was angel, but I kept hearing the word angel being like as a term of endearment. I also was shown all of these documents. Some of them seem like legal, these papers, and you in the organization of them. Perhaps that was just something recent that you were going through. But what they want to do, and this is because I asked, I'm like, why are you showing me this? And it's to remind you that they're walking this life with us. So in it, they just want you to know that, oh yeah, if that was last week, they were with you last week. Oh, if that was 2 seconds ago, oh, they are with you 2 seconds ago. And then another thing and I know they kind of do this where the mention of the dreams, I feel like your communication and your like coming together in the dream feels really beautiful. So yeah, it just feels good in that dream, that connection. October's your birthday. That's very important month. That's so wonderful, Jackie. Yeah, he's very close and he comes through and I don't feel like uh, and I want to, because I was like, what's the message? And the message was, it's like, you don't need anybody to help you with the communication. You're in that. You have the ability. And yes, it's great to have it from other people, but you are so clear in the communication with him in your own mediumistic abilities. So, it's like he loves being in that. So, yeah, that feels like a part of the message for you. Mm-hmm.
Um, can I go?
Yeah, go for
Okay.
it.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't have anything else. So the first thing I heard, Jackie, is that he loved how you loved him.
Mm.
And he cherishes the love that you still have for him, and that he feels like you made him the man that he was. You made him a better man. You made him uh, more than he could ever hope to be because of your love. And he was so very honored that you chose to love him. He almost feels like he married up, if that makes any, or maybe this is his personality. Like he would be self-deprecating and say, "Oh, she's the best. She's the, you know." But he's very much saying that he would not have been half the man if it wasn't for you. That you really inspired him, and the love that you had for him helped him to see his own potential, and he's very, very grateful to you for that, and it enriched his life fully. He said he's still waiting for you on the other side, and to take your time, but he has not left. He has, there's almost like a and I said this once before, but there's almost like a hotel lobby that he's kind of waiting at. There's like a waiting area that he's not going on his journey. He's not going on to his full experience on the other side. He is waiting here for you, and to take your time. That it's only a moment. Like for 30 years here, it's only like a snap of the fingers for them over there. So he is waiting for you. He is watching over you. He does say that he hears you. You wonder, do you hear me? Do you hear me? He says he hears you. He hears you call on him. So I'm not sure if you call on him or what that means when you're calling on him, but he hears you call on him, and he honors you. You are. It's just you made such a difference in his life, and he just really wants to express the gratitude for the love and the way that you loved him. He just said he loved how you loved him, is what he said. So that was very beautiful, and he's with you. He's with you, Jackie, and he is listening. So I'll just leave it there.
I love it. Two little other quick mentions. So sorry, it's like sometimes they're just like just one more little piece. And so in it, I heard the name Daniel or Danny being connected, and then your lights went out. And that's like they love to be fun and creative in their ability to influence the electronics, but your lights went out. And so in the questioning, it's like when Jean was talking about the part, it's like you're questioning, like you're speaking to him. It's like you asked that, was that you? So making that connection for you. So good. So good.
So she said that they were married for over 30 years, very happy and in love. And she said, I do wonder if he hears me. I speak to his photo and I give it a kiss. And he says, I hear you call. He hears you call on him. So I'm not sure if you call his name, but he hears you call on him. So when you think of him and you ask him to come in close, he does respond. He does hear you. And if you ever need him, he's only a moment away. So yeah, just please know that. It's lovely. Ooh, lovely. Very nice. Okay, so let's see. I think I see. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. So let me see. I see Bora Bora is here with 333. She would like, or Bora Bora would like a message from their dad, Gibby. Oh, how nice. New Jersey. He passed when I was 16. It's really hard. Just do some housework.
16. Heart.
Dad, Gibby. So, Bora Bora, I'm hearing him say right away that he hasn't missed a moment of your life, that you feel as though he didn't get to see certain milestones, or you may think it's possible he may not have been able to contribute or participate in these milestones. And he said he hasn't missed a moment of your life, that he was guiding you and had a hand in a lot of this. He's saying that he's showing me your graduation. I'm not sure if it was a graduation from high school or college, or like these monument, these big moments in our life that you may have felt very sad during that time, because it was new for you. Um, he's saying that he didn't miss a moment of your life. He's saying that you have his mannerisms. He's very, very proud of you. He is just tickled pink over you, the way that you grew up and the way that you behave and the things that you love. He says you have a lot of things in common with him that you may not be aware of because you did not know him as an adult. He's saying that you have his likeness, you have his mannerisms, you have.
Mm,
He's just really very proud of you, and it almost like makes him tickled with joy because he sees this in you, and it's so much like him, but you're unaware of it. It's he's saying that's just like me, and she doesn't even know it. Like he seems to be very young at heart. He seems to be really casual and sort of like just young at heart. I'm not sure how to explain it. He wasn't very authoritative. He seemed to
mm,
been maybe even like a young parent. Maybe he was young when he was a parent himself, and or maybe just really young at heart. He liked to have fun. He liked like the music, his favorite music. He's showing me like Woodstock. I don't know, but he
mm,
loved like he really loved like music and friends and hanging out, and he really, this was like so rich in his life, and he had a lot of passions in his life, and he's watching over you, and he's watching you have similar mannerisms or similar likenesses or similar type of attitudes or ways of being, and he's just really beaming with pride. How about you, Kevin?
so good when you were talking about did you say Woodstock?
Yeah.
Or yeah, I pulled the freedom card as you were saying Woodstock. So just in that energy of that freedom and that love of spirit and self and everything in between, it's like that's what he brings in. And he came in for me. He came in a little bit quieter. So maybe that's reflective of his earthly walk in that he wasn't in the fullness of his communication, and so this feels like to put in the humanness of it, it would be out of his comfort to be in this. So his expansion in the growth of who he is to be in this communication. So that is because I know it feels like quite some time ago, and so what they want us to be aware of is their continuation. So as they continue to walk in these experiences, there is expansion. And so he did mention the month of June being significant, and I wasn't made aware of my heart. I heard you were speaking of music too. I heard the Bee Gees specific song, but or not a specific song, but the Bee Gees in the music, and just in that less of spoken, he brought my attention to relationships for you right now. And so you don't have to go into detail of that, but I feel like in the changes that are happening, it's like he brought in the energy of the wind, and in the energy of the wind, it's like just let it be in that flow. So as these changes, some are in your control and some are out, let the wind kind of assist you to just be in that movement. So yeah, just feel his love and be in that energy of freedom is what he brings in. Bora Bora.
Beautiful. Yeah,
Ah,
like he
so
was he was
good.
sort of like a hippie, right? Like a little bit of
Hmm.
like just blowing in the wind. Isn't that a song
Yeah.
back then?
Yeah.
Blowing in the wind. Maybe that was one of his songs. That's
Yeah.
so cool. She said he did pass in 69, which is the same year as Woodstock. So
Oh, there you
this
go.
was sort of like the vibe that I was picking up from him. He was just a real cool guy, but very young at heart and really open-minded. Really neat guy. Really neat guy, Bora Bora. So thank you. And thank you for the validation and the feedback. It is. It is. So what I'd like to do is just take a minute and say hello. We're finishing now, and we want to just say thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts for
Mhm.
allowing us to read for you and for your loved ones. It is very, very special, and I take it very seriously that it takes a little bit for you to reach out and just ask for a message from your loved one. Sometimes it's very raw, and I understand, like with Melissa and her mom, how difficult it could be, and even with um, I forget who it was in the very beginning. The mother who lost her son, and
Was
forgive
it?
me, I know your name, I just can't think of it right now, but she's just very, very touching messages, very lovely messages, and it's it's heartwarming, uplifting. It's really beautiful that all of you are here together to witness this for one another and by one another, and because of one another, and this love, this union, this unity consciousness that we all have for one another, this soul aspect that we all see in each other is what carries us forward, what moves us, what keeps us moving forward, what keeps us following the light. It's just really very special. And Kevin, I couldn't think of anybody else I would rather uh, spend this Sunday night with. It seems to be a very special Sunday night, very
Aw.
heartfelt and warm, and
Mhm.
just a beautiful collaboration with all of you here. It's not Kevin and I may have our faces on the screen here, but it's all of
Mhm.
you together that makes it possible. So I just really want to thank each and every one of you. I know there's so many, very many other people here who had asked for messages that we just can't get to, but we really appreciate you being here. I see Monica is here, and Gina M, Viviani, Sheena, Light 777, Lisa, Samantha, Starhawk. I see a lot of new people here. Thank you for coming.
Mhm.
John is here, Lark is here. Thank you all very much. And Denise is here. I do see your messages, and I will go back and read all of them. If you are watching this after the live, please do make a comment below and let me know about your thoughts about the readings here tonight. And just it was really special, Kevin.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
would you like to tell us a little bit about what you have coming up? And
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to first point out that it's 333 my time, and the last question that we did was Bora Bora 333. And I was gonna say that I was like, I love those synchronicities that Spirit is there, and I love the way that you encompass all of us, because that's it. It's like, yes, we're up on a screen, but it's like I see you all on a screen, in the sense that we just come together, and it's so divine that we come together. And I don't see it as coincidence, even in the grouping of the time that we are here in this interaction. So I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to read with Eugene. You're like no other. And so in the depths of the message, it's like I'm in it too, and I'm feeling it. So I appreciate it, being witness to that. And yeah, thank you all for coming. I heard this 2 or 3 times from Spirit, and I think it's a great thing that I'll end on this, is that you bring Spirit to us. We don't bring them to you. And some of you just needed that little bit of reminder that you are in your own ability and have the potential to be in the communication. And yes, it's wonderful to have, another layer of it, but not to take away from your own abilities of being in the communication. So thank you all for asking such beautiful questions and introducing us to your loved ones. It's an honor. So thank you. And I didn't say what I have going on. I always keep it on my community tab. I let people know. I do a couple of regular collabs. One with Susan Lynn, who is absolutely amazing. We alternate channels, and it's always a fast-paced, fun show. We try to bring through as many messages as we can. I love her dearly. And then in my two lovely friends, Debbie Freebird Spirit and Lisa Spirit Intuitive Tarot, we do every Sunday, and we've alternated couches now where we just go to each of our channels through the week. So Those are lovely. And yeah, I bring guests still onto my show. I'm launching a couple of new series. One is a healing experience that Tuta, JJ from Tuta Speaks, and Kim Copeland will be joining me on my channel on Sunday. Actually, it's next Sunday is our first one. The time it eludes me. I think it's 5 o'clock Pacific time. I'll put it on my community tab, of course. But if you feel that you need some healing energy, please come in and check that show out. And I was going to mention one more. Oh, yes. Kim from Intuitive View, her and I are going to be doing a show, a series, and I'm really excited for it, on near-death experiences with messages of hope. So we'll be tuning into the experience of the guests that we're bringing on to really, one of the intentions is to tap into the energy of that profound change that happens from these near-death experiences while we're still in the physical world. We don't have to necessarily have one to be in the energy and the receive of the gifts that come from that through all the sharing of these stories. So it just feels really timely to be in all of those collaborations. So yeah, that's what I got going on.
Wow. Wow. You also have a mediumship class going on,
I
psychic
do.
mediumship.
I do, which is just a blessing. Oh my gosh, who'd have thought? I don't have the full confidence to say that I'm a teacher, and I don't think I probably will anytime soon, but to just be in that, for me, the coming together of people and being in that community, I love bringing people together. I don't have that competition that rises. I like to bring people together because I know actually that is the gift. When we come together and we share, we see things that are very similar. We see things that are very, very different. There's room for growth and connection. And so, yeah, I love spending time with people. I do. And you're
It's
one of them.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It's really very beautiful to watch all of you and all of the collaborations and all of the the community. All we all raise up. We all
We do.
benefit from collaborating and being one community here. We all love and respect one another. I think it's just an amazing enigma that I never would have dreamed of this. So we just thank all of you. And I thank
Yeah.
you, Kevin. And I will be on tomorrow night with my friends Terry Suzuki and Wisdom Seeker Joan tomorrow night here, I guess 4:30 Eastern. So come by and see us. Yeah, but thanks again, Kevin. And thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night. I appreciate everybody's time. Take care.
Bye,
Bye now.
everyone.